All right. Now, welcome to a series of interviews about outstanding Toastmasters. Today, my guest is a Toastmaster from District 42 in the southern provinces of Alberta and Saskatchewan here in Canada. She has won 3 contests at the district level, which include the evaluation contest, table topics, as well as the international speech contest. She is an instructor at Mount Royal University here in Calgary, and certainly a well-accomplished author and poet. Please tell me, welcome to today's show, all the way from Calgary, Canada, Kelly Kaur. Welcome, Kelly.
Thank you very much, Marcus. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank
I
you.
thought I would ask you a few questions about Toastmasters because you're a long member of Toastmasters. So let me begin by asking, how long have you been a Toastmaster member and why did you initially join Toastmasters?
Wow, it's been a long time. So I'm going to say I've been a member for over 10 years. And I joined because my friend came to my house and said, there's going to be free food. Do you want to come? And of course, I was not able to turn it down. And as they say, the rest is history.
That's just history. These days, when everyone is meeting online, it's very difficult to get food, obviously. So I wonder what the interesting excuse or encouragement would be to bring people into a meeting. Certainly not food, but that's interesting.
No, but I think the Zoom experience is crucial. That's how we meet everyone from family to workplace to meetings. And the experience of being a Toastmaster on Zoom is crucial and fantastic on so many levels. So join.
It is, no doubt it is. Yeah, it's definitely, it gives you that world perspective, which you didn't have with just one in-person meeting.
Right.
No doubt. Yeah. Now, I've heard obviously that you've won 4 table topics at the district level. And in 2017, you won the District 42's International Speech Contest.
Right.
What does it take in terms of public speaking to actually win a district speech contest?
I would say a lot of patience. It took me a long time to get there, and many not winning or not even making it past 3, 2, 1. And I think when I came to the realization that I was just going to have fun and do my best, and it became a contest for me and myself. It no longer became I have to win. It's like, what can I learn every single time? And when that happened, I could relax and enjoy myself more. And I think being comfortable about being on stage and saying, bring me the question and I'll talk about it. And I think that helped me quite a bit, not to worry about outcomes, but to worry about inner goals. And that helps so much on many levels.
Fascinating. I would think that you didn't have pure luck that you just won your first contest all the way through. I would assume there you fell down a few times, got back up, practiced again, went back. So how long did it take you before you actually got past the division or and up to the district level?
I would say for the international level, it took me 3 or 4 years, and I would take part and make it all the way or not make it all the way or see someone else win. And I always felt it was everyone else's fault. You know, their speech was that good, or how come I didn't get the attention? And then I realized it's nothing to do with anyone but myself. I had to come up with a good speech. I had to practice. And even today, if you ask me to go on stage at the international level, I would still do the exact same things. And the biggest thing I've learned for myself is that it's not giving a lecture about a topic. It's about talking and connecting with the audience. And that's what I'm trying to learn every single time that I get on stage. And that to me is the best lesson about how to get on stage, is not to perform, but to relate and connect. And that's the trick.
Connecting, great. Any other recommendations for an aspiring speech contestant out there? Anything, any other item that they should pay attention to?
I think every time I took part in a contest, it gave me more confidence. When I got more confidence, it gave me more stage presence. And so it was a beautiful connecting thread of just going for it. And all else fails, you represent your club, and then you become a person who is able to share your stories. Sometimes I feel like it's a Dr. Phil moment, because some of the speeches are absolutely wonderful and heartwarming and heartbreaking. And that's where human beings connect, right? And think of a story, come up with your ideas, and once you share that with your audience, you're going to find that you really might just be enjoying yourself and you really don't care of the outcome.
Splendid. Now, you've also won an evaluation contest at the district level. Any good advice for speech evaluators to be on top of their game?
Speech evaluators have a tough job, don't they? I know, because when I watch a performance, I go, that person's going to win, that one shouldn't be. And then it happens, or it totally does not. We think it's an easy game, but I think even as a contestant, I look at the speech template, right? They break down the points, and it's important for an evaluator to understand how the contest is being judged. It's not just for looking good. I think that's a different contest. It's for content, stage presence, connecting, articulation. So it's a combination of that. And that's where the evaluator needs to know what the person has excelled at and how to give suggestions for them to take it to the next level. And that's very hard to do when you think that there's a good speaker, but every speaker appreciates that one nugget to take him or her to the next level.
It's all about commendations and recommendations. Well, I'll tell you, by listening to your answers, they're very structured. And that's exactly how I listen to you in contests. And I think by this time of your career in Toastmasters, if you want to call it that, you probably don't even think about that structure. To start with that introduction, to have that middle part where you're explaining a bit more in a more expanded way what you started out with, and then tying up loose ends and bringing that introduction back into the conclusion to tie it up. You do that every single time I listen to you. I don't know if you're conscious of it or you've just practiced it so often that you don't even have to think about it.
It's a combination, and Toastmasters helped me to structure that structure to perfection for me. And also, I'm a university lecturer. I teach university writing. That's the same secret: introduction, body, and conclusion. So I practice what I preach, and I'm happy about that. So when someone says, why is my speech or essay a C? I can tell them exactly what part they need to work on.
All right, fantastic. I also have seen a couple of books of yours, most particularly the recent one you wrote in May of 2022 called Letters to Singapore, which, and I've seen some excerpts from them. Believe it or not, I think this is a reflection of real life. You can tell me if it is or not. But what really is the book about? I mean, what inspired you to write it?
Well, of course, I have to show my little book here. And what inspired me to write is a bucket list. I've always wanted to be a writer, but I was afraid of rejection. And I got rejected quite a lot. And I gave up, and life came into play, and there were too many things to do. And I didn't have the courage to sit down and fulfill my passion. So I joined Toastmasters. And then Toastmasters gave me a platform to write speeches. And I thought, I'm a writer. I write nonfiction pieces for my international speech. What's the difference? And finally had the courage, sat down and wrote this book when I was accepted into a writing program, a 4-month writing program for immigrant writers. And I wrote this book within 100 days because I had a fabulous mentor, and I was afraid. I was afraid of letting 20 years more go by and not doing what I really wanted to do. So I'm grateful.
Splendid. It's always good to do something that you're passionate about
Right,
especially if it's on a bucket list and you've got it checked off. Aha, now on to the next mission.
right.
Talking about missions, I've read that your novel was chosen as part of a time capsule program. It's going to be blasted off to the moon in 2023. It's called the Griffin Mission, and it's in coordination with the NASA rover of some I don't know what the NASA rover is, but it's in coordination with what NASA's putting up in space as well. So maybe you can explain what this time capsule program is all about. What does it involve, and how and why was your book selected?
Again, I think it's just the pure joy of living my passion, and things happen in magical ways. And sometimes I call it, I'm very lucky. And this is a Lunar Codex project that Samuel Peralta from Toronto, who's a writer and a physicist, he set up this project during COVID to inspire creative artists from all over the world to write, to celebrate, because there was so much difficulty and sadness happening. And at this point, Samuel has 25,000 creative artists from 128 countries. And I'm one of the lucky one whose novel is going to go up in a digital or analog version on the mission going to the moon in 2023 or 2024. Now, I'm 2 times lucky because my poem, A Singaporean's Love Affair, is going up this year on a different mission, the NOVA mission, and that is then going to be followed by Letters to Singapore that's going up in 2023, 2024. So I'm going to be on the moon forever and ever. And that's the idea, that one day someone's going to find all these beautiful works from all over the world and realize that the human race did not give up, right? Come COVID or not, there's beauty in dance and music and pottery and writing. And I think that's a wonderful gift to humanity.
I think that's absolutely splendid to think that you're one of a select few of people. It's not like every author goes up there. So you may have had that challenge to write. You may have been rejected once or twice or more. You got the novel done. Now you're going to the moon.
Exactly. I know. And one day in person, who knows, right?
You never know. You never know. Now, there are, like you talked about, challenges with not just writing, with Toastmasters, but there's also challenges with new immigrants who come to Canada, and your book is about immigrants or immigration in Canada. So maybe in talking about immigration, maybe you can give a bit of advice for some of those Toastmasters who are new. What are some of the challenges that they might encounter, and some ways that they can overcome them?
Definitely. I know when I came many years ago from Singapore, I had heard about Toastmasters, but I didn't have the courage to join, and I didn't know what to do about it. So it's so simple now. Just go online, find a club, go to a meeting. You don't even have to commit to paying anything. But the most important thing is stand up and be heard. And I think that's what my novel is about. That's what my speeches are about. And I find that the desire to be heard is the possibility of saying, I'm alive, I'm a human being. Listen to my stories. And no matter where you are from the world, if you're an immigrant or a Canadian or a first-time Toastmasters, believe me, your story is amazing. I know because I've heard so many, and I take away something from every single person. I can't believe it. And it's the same. No matter where we are from the world, we share the same feelings about loss and grief and love. And that's what connects us. And Toastmaster gives you a chance to stand up, speak up, be heard, and enjoy yourself. And it doesn't matter. You don't have to win contests. You can go into leadership. You can go into the tech team. You can be a volunteer. And you can find amazing friends as I have done. And I'm truly grateful for what Toastmasters has done for me. I'm so glad I went for the free food as well. but the over 10-year benefit that I've gotten far outweighs anything else in any other organization I've been in.
So a myriad of opportunities and challenges that can easily be overcome. You just have to be steadfast and want to make a change.
Right.
Well, I want to thank you very much for coming on the show. Maybe as in conclusion, what is the best way that audience members can contact you if they want to?
Yes, definitely. You can find me on LinkedIn, or you can find me online. Send me an email through my workplace at Mount Royal University. And sadly, you can find me. And send me a note. I'll be happy to answer or help or answer any of your questions that you have. And the most important thing is take a chance on yourself, like I did. And let me tell you, from Toastmasters to World to writing a novel, I never thought any of that would have been possible. So you don't know what your journey is going to be, and I challenge you to take it.
Splendid. Well, thank you once again, Kelly. And for the audience out there, go check out Letters to Singapore. It's on Amazon.ca or Amazon.com.
All right.
Well, thank you very much, Kelly. Have yourself a
Thank
great day.
you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye.
Bye.